Alright, people, you guys are listening to and or watching another Nomadic Code video for your guys' entertainment, people. Be sure you guys leave a like, leave a comment, share and subscribe for more content just like this one. That's right, people. Leave a like, leave a comment, share, and subscribe for more just like this one. Anyways, I have been seeing a lot of videos come up in my recommendations recently, and these videos are regarding a church, or a former church, which turned out to be a cult. A church that I was a part of during my freshman year of college for, I'd say, a few months, like maybe a little over 4 months. That's how long I was with this cult church. So if you guys don't know, this church is called the International Church of Christ. I like to call them the International Cult of Christ. I figured they were a church, or were a cult, before all these allegations started getting pressed, because apparently some people recently sued the church, the International Church of Christ, recently for like sexual abuse and all that, as like sexually abusing minors, and as well as just like indoctrination and grooming and a bunch of other real fucked up shit, people. So I'm gonna tell you about my experience with the church, the cult church that I was in my freshman year, because I think, more people need to know about this, what this thing, was all about. Sure, I wasn't in as long as some of the people that, are on YouTube have been saying. Like, there's this one girl that I saw, her video, which sounded very similar to my church, or my cult, that I was in for a little bit. Her testimony sounded very, very similar, but she was in for years, like a real long time, like fucking 6+ years. Like, I can't imagine doing that shit. And there was another dude who was in, another lady who was in for like a couple years as well, who was like a worship leader or something. But here goes. Let me tell you what my experience in the International Church of Christ, what it was like. And let me just warn you that it was, if these fools come and claiming from the International Church of Christ approach you, that you don't join them. Like, don't say something. Don't join them. Say, oh, I'm busy or something. Make some excuse up. Make an excuse up. Like, come up with something fast. Oh, I'm going to work or something. I don't know. But make a fast excuse. Because they can try to rope you into some shit. And if you get too deep, then, if you get too deep, you have a much harder time getting out. So, first of all, when I first saw this church, here's what happened. Skip. Here's what happened. So, I was just vibing one day. I was chilling, and I was walking on, I was coming back after a class or whatever. And these guys showed up, and one of them happened to be my good friend Nick. And he's a pretty chill dude. One of them happened to be my good friend. I'm not gonna give you guys his last name because the church might try to go after him. But his name is Nick. There's a lot of Nicks, anyways. But he was a pretty chill dude back in high school. And I was like, hey, Nick, man, what's up, brother? Just talking story or whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm with this church and all that. He's talking story for a little bit, and then the other guy, the one of the worship leaders, Bible study leader, I should say, not worship leader, but a Bible study leader he was like, oh, you believe in God, right? And I'm like, yeah, sort of, you know what I mean? Like, because I was raised in like a Christian household, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, you want to come with us to Bible study and all that? And I did go with them to the Bible study. I walked around with them for a little bit, and then after we headed out to their Bible study, and the first, the Bible study wasn't too bad. It wasn't too terrible. And I said, oh, we're going to do the same thing next week. I'm like, all right, cool. Next week comes around. I go again. Bible study isn't too bad, talking about some good morals and stuff. This time I actually brought my Bible because I didn't have my Bible on me the last time. So I brought my Bible, my Gramps' old Catholic Bible. And, we sat down on the table and we was reading through the Bible, whatnot. Reading some stuff. I literally don't remember what it was, honestly, that much. But it was a decent little Bible session, you know what I mean? The next Tuesday rolls around, same shit. Oh man, I'm 3 weeks in. Oh man, this is great. They say, hey, let's meet up tomorrow and let's have a Bible study, like 3-on-1. So me and 3 of these church elders are meet up on the next day, on Wednesday, after I come back from work. And we read the Bible for like half an hour or something. And, it's decent. They're like, telling me, oh, are you ready to get good with God? And, are you ready to take a leap of faith and join the Church of Christ, And I was like, at first I was like, I was feeling good about this. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll join, it's just a church. It can't be too terrible, you know what I mean? Next week rolls around, Bible study again. It's kind of decent, not too bad. It's not a bad Bible study at all, Then they're saying, oh, meet again on Wednesday. I'm like, okay. And, we're talking on Wednesday, and Nalu, or not the guy, what his name is, but he's a big head of the church or whatever. He's a big head of the church, man, and he's saying, hey, you can't be like interrupting people. I told him, hey man, I'm sorry, I just, I'm a little long-winded, I'm sorry, man. And he's like, yeah, but you like I guess I somehow cut someone off or whatever in a conversation by accident, just because I was excited about talking about a subject or whatever, during that Bible study or whatever. And he really gave me an ass chewing, you know what I mean? He gave me a fucking ass chewing for like, he gave me an ass chewing for like 40 minutes. And I was like, shit, man, this sucks. This kind of, I don't know why I gotta chew my ass out like that. And they then sent me a text message. This guy, this big, Bible study head, he sent me the text message. And he told, he was still on the whole, interrupting thing. And he used a damn Bible verse or whatever to, he used a Bible verse to back up what he was saying. I'm like, damn, this guy is, real butthurt, All I did was answer okay. But, he was really butthurt. Next couple Bible studies roll around and I start, the next one isn't too terrible. I didn't go to a Wednesday Bible study. I just didn't schedule one. And then the next one, things get a little sus. You know what I mean? Things get a little sus. I'm like, because they're saying, oh yeah, well, this is the one true church. And, because I had asked you a question about, what do you guys think about like the Mormons and whatnot? They're like, oh, well, the Mormons, they don't believe the right religion. This is the one true church, the International Church of Christ, and all the others are, they're misled and whatnot. And I was like, interesting. And at the time, I went home and I was looking it up, and I saw some allegations and some papers online, but really, this whole Church of Christ thing was underground. There wasn't as much videos on it that there is now and whatnot. But I went to a devotional that week, and the devotional was really weird. It was okay at first. Everyone's just talking, and then we did some weird worship song from like the 1800s, and I was like clapping or whatever in like a big circle. And then I just remember after we just drank some coffee, and then we headed on home. And in the next few weeks were pretty sus. The next few Bible studies were pretty sus. And I went to another devotional, and it was pretty much the same. It was, it felt fake, like fake smiles, fake happy, it felt really weird. It felt really sus. And they also were telling me, hey man, you gotta help us recruit members, and you want to recruit some classmates or whatever. I'm like, I guess. I tried to recruit maybe 2 people total, and both of them never came. Not even to a Bible study. I just tried to recruit 2 people, and that was it. And I eventually remember going to one church session, and the church session was really sus as well. The pastor was really boring. I didn't want to go. It was early ass in the morning, and they were pretty boring for the most part, until they got to, we are the one true church, this whole doctrine that they always spew out. The International Church of Christ is the one true church. All the other churches are fake. They always say that. Always saying this crazy shit. And I also remember in the following weeks, they were mad. They were wondering, where do you go to church all the time? They kept asking, how come you never showed up to church again? I tell them I was going to this Samoan church down the road, and they got really mad when I told them I was going to a Samoan church. They didn't like that at all. They thought that it was the wrong church, and I was getting brainwashed, and I was falling away or whatever. Don, my friend, Don7, he was telling me, hey man, this shit is not too good, bruh. This shit is not too good. I don't think this is the right church, man. It's kind of sus, sus among us. I was like, yeah, I agree with you, man. This is pretty sus. And went to maybe 1 or 2 more Bible studies after that. And eventually I fell away just because the church was just real weird and sus. And I was lucky to have gotten away so easily and just was able to use work as an excuse. I just told them, I can't come today. I'm working extra hours or whatever, when they try to text me after. Anyways, I hope that story gives you guys an understanding of what happened. As these fools try to come up to you and invite you to a Bible study, and they're International Church of Christ or some similar organization, or just call themselves Church of Christ. They might not be too good. They might not be too good, Skip, and they might try to brainwash you. So anyways, be sure you guys leave a like, leave a comment, share, and subscribe for more. Thank you guys. Goodbye.